Most business authors don't create an audiobook for one simple reason that has nothing to do with money. It's because it feels like another massive, time-consuming project. If you give me 5 minutes, I'll show you a way to make that not the case through the authorizer, not producer framework, which we have used to help many entrepreneurs, founders, and professionals create an audiobook done that's professionally produced, and it doesn't add another massive project that they have to oversee to their already busy pipeline. And if you stick around for the end, I will show you a way to get a completely free, polished, curated, narrated in-studio sample for your book. Not like some AI, not like, a generic sample from some other book, but no, your specific book recorded by one of our professional narrators, specifically for you, mastered, that you can get access to. My name is David Williamson. I'm the executive producer at Audio Ill Media. I've produced hundreds of hours of audiobooks, and I was one of 5 people to be nominated at this year's Sovas Awards for Top Audiobook Producer, which is one of the highest honors in voiceover. We've helped many business authors produce audiobooks for their books without them having to babysit or massively oversee any elements of the production. Every video I make, I share one practical strategy that a business author can use to help increase the reach and promotion opportunities of a book they've already written. The thing is, many business authors already know that they should have an audiobook. The problem isn't like awareness, it's more bandwidth. Like they look at the process and they immediately see, oh, I have to go to a studio. I have to sit and record for hours on end. That can be tiring. I have a busy schedule. I have family responsibilities. I have to go to conferences. There's so many things that are already on the calendar that the audiobook just feels like this sort of not urgent matter that they want to get to. And so they postpone it. They tell themselves, oh, I'll revisit that. Oh, I'll get to that eventually. It just becomes one of those things that's constantly on the back burner. For example, there was one author I met at a conference, and when his book first came out, one of his followers asked on his social media page, he was like, hey, when's the audiobook version coming out? To which he responded, oh, it's in the works. That was 3 years ago. And it's because, he's a busy guy. He's got speaking engagements, he teaches courses, and so it just kind of became this thing of like, oh, I'll do it, but I don't know when I'll get to it, which it delays the process and eventually it just becomes something that never gets done. And the reason why this happens is because the audiobook never really becomes a priority on its own. It never becomes like this super urgent matter. But while that's happening, the opportunity cost of more engagement, more listeners, more potential speaking opportunities from said listeners listening to that book, the authority that it builds within your space, all those opportunities just lay dormant while the audiobook never gets produced. And so we have our own framework called the authorizer, not producer framework that really deals with this problem. Step 1 is decision. Essentially, the business author decides that, he is an author, he is a consultant, he is a professional, he is a founder, he's an entrepreneur. He's not a media producer. He's not someone that's going to oversee fully a start to finish production. That's not his role. His role is the one that signs off on the project, is not the one that's managing the day-to-day. You're not a project manager. Step 2 is review. Reviewing professionally curated narrator samples and just deciding which one has the right voice, the right pacing, the right tone to match your book. Step 3 is delegate. Now, delegation is obviously something that is very familiar to any business owner or professional, but essentially they just let the production team, handle all the rest of the elements of production, whether it's the narration, the proofing, the editing, the mastering, and the quality check to make sure that your audiobook is platform ready for any platform. You basically stay involved where, you have to sign off, like I said, on the narrator, but the rest of it is completely out of the hands of the author. And the reason why this works is because it removes the real bottleneck in the production, which is not talent, it's not confidence, and many times it's not even budget. It's simply time. The author simply doesn't have the time to just go through this massive production process, choose all these people, find the right people, and all that. It's much easier if somebody else who's more experienced in that endeavor can handle the production process for them. When creating an audiobook no longer feels like this massive time hurdle, this massive, endeavor that I have to commit dozens of hours to over the course of a long period of time, if it suddenly becomes something that I maybe have to commit 1 hour to max, then it's no longer this massive hurdle. And so, as I promised, if you would like to hear what your audiobook would sound like, please comment below demo plus the name of your book, and I will personally select a narrator and have them record a sample of your book. We will master it. We will do just the same that we would with any other audiobook client, and you will get to hear firsthand what your book will sound like as an audiobook. Because many authors simply just need clarity. They need clarity that, okay, if I do hire someone else, will the audiobook still sound like something that I want to promote, still something that people will consume and listen to? A custom demo helps you immediately visualize the final product and help you see whether turning your book into an audiobook is the right next step for growing your audience for your book or your brand.